Okay, so for the next part of this video, I'm going to be showing you how to dismantle the airplane. So I'm going to install it in this F-35 here. I like using these parts, nice easy servos to work with. They're pretty much like micro servos, not their E-flight servos that bind up on everything. So first things first, I like to do, take an X-Acto and just cut through that tape right there. And then it should start to open up pretty quick. Do that same thing on the other side. So again, just run the X-Acto blade right through. Remember, the quality of your cuts is going to determine how easy it is going to be to reassemble your airplane. If you plan on reassembling it, which I do personally because this plane flies really well. So it does really nice inverted. That's going to be my key thing I like about this plane. So now once we have that, there's another little piece of tape, this back part. So just cut that, cut along the top, bottom there. Same thing on the other side. There. Now we cut that. It should just lift right off. There is your top part. Here is the inside of this plane. This is what I like. You have a very nice structured servo mechanism, and you can really adjust the travel by just moving these push rods out. And this is what I like. There's no binding because there's exposed gear drives or anything. Here's the motor you have, slight thrust angle, and then you have your elevator servo right there. One thing I wish they would do is they would secure these down with some little push rods or zip ties even to just keep the control rod from warping, but that's an easy fix. So then, I'm just going to kind of dissect it a little bit and pull some wires out. I'm just going to pop one servo out. There we are. And then I'm just going to leave that there for right now. Do the same thing. Servos aren't really strongly glued in. They're just glued in to the minimum, but they are very strongly glued and they remove once you pull them out. So this isn't separating right now. So maybe what I'll try for now is I'm going to cut that wing out. So what I would recommend doing is just taking an X-Acto and just cutting out that bottom. Sloppy cut, unfortunately. But that looks like it's coming out. So now we can do the same thing on the other side. There. Sloppy cut yet again. It's okay. The wing is pretty well structured, and everything should come off pretty easily. Oh, I just dented a little bit. That's okay. So the wing isn't coming off, it's not really budging, but dislocate, pull the wire from that receiver. There. We've now just freed up one of our servos. It's not coming out of that push rod. Give me a second. That's okay. Well, there's one servo, if you see. Nice servos to work with. Receiver is right down inside there. And these are actually 6-channel receivers. I've noticed with the bricks, I can only get 5 channels off of my brick. For some weird reason. But here it is. You just pull the battery cord out. So here we are. That is pretty much that receiver. It's nicely cased in some plastic. There we are. There's our receiver starting to come out. The glue on the bottom. There we are. So now we can unplug the aileron and the elevator servo. And now that leaves us with our receiver, our 5 other ports. So we got aileron, elevator, rudder, gear, and an aux switch. we can just unplug it from our motor, and there we are. There's the receiver. Put that aside. So now we have taken out, jeez, these big bugs annoying me. Receiver, there's our bind plug, our hatch. So I'm still working on this servo for some sad reason. Ugh. There we are. There's your servo. So now we can work on the next servo. Should pop right off. Yes, very nicely. It's a little bit hard to wiggle these off, so just remember, don't force it, just wiggle it. Another servo. So there are elevator and rudder servos. Now, for the wing servo, it's a little bit different. So instead, I'm just going to take off that motor. Motor mount pops right off. So there's our motor. Now we can work on this aileron mechanism, which I like a lot. There we go. Wing lifts off. We can just pull this out. There's our fuselage piece. There's our control rods. Here's our wing piece, alignment rods. There's our servo on the bottom. I really like that servo mechanism. It just, you know, just helps me. Now, the thing is, I am not going to be needing this servo. I'm just going to kind of leave this airframe as is in case I want to store it, because I already have some spare parts. So I'm just going to kind of set that back. And there we are. You have now gutted. And remember, you can also take that servo. I'm just choosing not to because it would make it easier for the rebuilding process. And it just saves me the effort of removing that entire servo. So let me just grab my little bin here. Micro scale bin. So as you can see, I've had, this is my third Gemini RC plane actually. So I have another servo, 2 servos, and then 3 servos. So I got 3 Gemini RC servos. They're not these E-Flight ones, were really annoying to work with. So that's what I like about them. Thanks for watching. Hope you enjoy. Please check them out. They are on Amazon. $50 a plane. Some of my favorite micros to buy. Thank you.